What's up guys, Roberto Rosas. Welcome back to the Dormied Academy. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make your very own impact ball. I know a lot of you guys have seen that on tour, on the range, maybe on Instagram. Here on YouTube, a lot of guys wearing something around their collar to hold between their hands. I'll be explaining you how to make your very own. Also, I'll give you 3 different uses of what you can get out of this guy for better impact, better ball striking, more compression, more rotation, and overall a better swing. Alright guys, so this should be a pretty darn simple DIY video. I'm gonna get one of these balls that I stole from my dog. It's one of these treat balls. You can put treats inside of it and other things. Get your own. Don't piss off your dog. But what I'm going to do is grab a lanyard, grab a piece of rope, grab anything that's about, I'd say, no more than 24 inches long. For me, I know a lot of my colleagues have these lanyards running around from old conferences they've been to, so grab this guy, staple it on there, boom. Now you've got your very own impact ball. Now this is a great little tool. It's cheap, it's about $5 to make. But I don't necessarily love it because it does, I'll show you one thing real quick. It does dangle, and if I do separate at some point, it does come loose. So a lot of times I'm struggling to keep that in there, and I lose track of the ball, I lose track of the target, I lose track of rotating and swinging the golf club. So for me, it's more of a pain to have something dangling down my neck. So what I like to do, and what I recommend you guys to do, go over to Lowe's or Amazon, get you some velcro here. It's pretty cheap actually. We're going to take an 18-inch piece of velcro, just about. So we're going to take this, we're actually going to thread it through here. A little bit of trial and error here, but the goal is to get it to a point where it's the width of your forearm. So for me, maybe it's right there. It's the first time doing it with this guy, so bear with me here. So I'm going to guess that that's my forearm length. There we go. You can see here that because of the structure of the ball, it actually lets it stay pretty perpendicular to my arm, which is actually pretty sick because now I have this guy on my arm, and I can practice with this all day long without worrying about this guy flailing and still keep a little bit of feel here. So that's what I recommend, is buy a piece of velcro. Super cheap. If you want to splurge, there are these guys that are pre-made and are a little bit more elastic, so they won't hurt you at all. It's pretty elastic, so what I'll do is the exact same thing actually. Through here. Guesstimate what my arm length is for my forearm. A little bit of trial and error, but once you've got it, it's immensely useful. So bear with me here. Boom. Now it's elastic. It's going to hurt a lot less. Barely going to be able to feel it. And why I like it is that I'm able to split it out like this and give it a little bit more structure there. So there you are. Now you've got this thing on your arm, you're going to look like a crazy guy on the range. What do you even do with it, right? So let's talk about that real quick. So I really like this guy because it's really versatile. I'm going to show you guys 3 drills that are all about face control. In reality, we're working on keeping our arms together or some combination of that, but we're talking about face control with all these drills. The first thing you'll see here, I'll show you guys here down the line. If I ever allow my forearm to roll and my hand to get away from me in the first part of the backswing, that toe's going to go straight up, meaning the club face is open, right? So ideally here in this first position, we want this guy to be kind of parallel to our spine angle and pretty square, right? So you're going to notice here, I've become disconnected. My elbow here has become visible, and I've rolled the forearm here. club face wide open. So, a better feel I like, it's feeling almost like a bunny stroke on the way back, keeping your hands pretty connected until the club gets to the right thigh. So the butt end of the club to the right thigh. You're going to see that with this guy, you want to keep this guy facing at the camera the entire time, right in front of you, almost like a bunny stroke. So what does that do, right? You notice here down the line that when I do that, it sets me up in a better position to get more depth and to get that face more squared to my spine. So a drill you can do, two-parter, pretty simple. One piece to the leg, make sure that by the time this gets to the leg, this is still facing forward. So 1, 2, 3. Super simple drill. I recommend doing 2 of those, then switching it up into doing a real swing with that feel, but without stopping. So 2 drills and then a full swing. A little slippery, but you guys got the idea, right? So that's drill number 1 to keep the club face square on the way back. Another thing that happens is that towards the later part of the swing, if you lose this connection here between your arms, you're going to notice that this drill shoulder can flare out there. And that's totally fine if you're athletic and get this guy going back internal and opening up and rotating. I can't do that because I don't have that kind of flexibility, but a lot of people can get away with getting it out there. My point here is that for at least this part of the swing from here to here, you do want these guys pretty connected, right? So we're doing no more than 3/4 swings here. If you're flexible, do a full swing, but 3/4 swings, about 50% speed. Again, it's a 2-piece drill, but the focus here, staying connected here on the way back, making sure these things never detach. And then just hit it on the way through, again, making sure you're connected the whole time. How does that help me keep the face square? Again, if you're not getting enough depth, you're going to notice that this is not over my heel line. I want this over my heel line. That's depth for me. If you're not getting enough depth, and this shoulder is going out here external, chances are you're obviously suffering here. You're going to be massively across, you're going to be having no depth, and this face is going to be wide open, which means you're going to do something crazy to square it up last minute, and hopefully just flip it, I don't know, save it, whatever it is you do. So again, we're going to do 2 drill. This is only going to be during the mechanical block practice part of my range session. But again, we're staying connected on the way back, connected on the way through. We do that twice. We carry that on to a full swing. And from there, try to retain those feelings in your real swing. It's getting hot out here. Last one, very similar concept, but for this guy, I actually want to feel, and this is an exaggeration, for this guy on the way down, I want to feel like I'm actually squeezing my elbows together and actually making this ball collapse a little bit. Why does that matter? So on the way back for me, and on the way down, sorry, I tend to let this elbow get too far behind me, and I get some, lost connection there. So down the line, I notice that oftentimes, just lose that connection, which means that oftentimes, again, the face is open, which is going to make me do something to square up the face. You guys will start figuring out that with this ball here, it's going to require you to be a lot more athletic on the way down, especially on the downswing, especially in transition. So in order to keep this guy squeezed in here, you guys see that right there? Or squeeze that in transition. I'm going to make sure that this lead arm is pinching across my chest at the same time that this shoulder is actually going back over internal this way. Therefore, squeezing it, going into a little bit of flexion to square the face in transition as well. There you guys have it right there. And from here, I'm in a really good position to keep turning and let my hips go towards the target. So for me, this drill is ideal if you're working on the downswing. Go to the top, make sure you're connected. If you can only do a 3/4 swing, that's okay. 3/4 swing. We're going to take it to the first parallel on the way down. Stay connected, and then just hit. So we're going to do that, excuse me, that was last parallel, not first parallel. We're going to do that twice. Drill again. Stay connected. Just hit through. Another thing that you'll notice is that in order to keep that, you can't just sit here. I mean, I guess you could sit here and just flip at it, right? I'm like this. But you'll notice that if you're able to open up your chest and your hips more and stay connected, you're going to get massive amount of speed. Check this one out. So a lot of rotation, getting myself open, trying to stay connected, will get you a ton of speed. So there you guys have it. 3 pretty simple drills, all about staying connected, which will help you keep a square face, which is going to get more rotation, more control on the way down. It's going to get you having a lot more fun out on the golf course. So if you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe.